June 6, 2017 here on the Patriots Beat podcast. In this episode, we just give you a pretty basic wrap-up of what's been going on this weekend. We'll also be breaking down this whole crazy Tom Brady, Best Buddies, Boston Globe fiasco. So all that and more on this episode of the Patriots Beat podcast.
This is Larry H. Russell speaking on behalf of the network, thanking you once again for downloading the Patriots Beat podcast here on CLNS Radio, the leading online provider of audio-video coverage for New England professional sports. Download the free CLNS Radio mobile app for your iPhone or Android for immediate and convenient access to all the content available on the CLNS Radio YouTube channel, podcasting network, and clnsradio.com. Now, on to another edition of Patriots Beat. Take it away, Harris.
Everybody, and welcome to this episode of the Patriots Beat podcast. I am your host, Harris Rubenstein. Very happy to be with you on this fine Monday afternoon being recorded for this Tuesday. You can go find me on Twitter at Sportstein. You can go find us on Twitter at Patriots Beat, and you can go find the whole thing at Facebook.com/CLNS fans. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been another quiet week of Patriots news. Just a couple things to dabble through, like I said. Like I've said in the past. Couple short episodes on the way for you guys. After this episode, we will start doing positional breakdowns and welcoming in guests from outside of Patriots Beat to actually see where and when these positional groups might turn out into what we think they might be during the season. So anyway, let's start with some of the big news buttons of the week. We'll get to the whole Tom Brady Best Buddies thing. We'll get to that later, but just a couple things that we've noticed. Mike Reese, on an article this week, points out that coming off back surgery, Rob Gronkowski is just kind of going ham in practice, no big-time restrictions, no problem so far with that knee. He's getting everything done. It's going super well. So good to see that Rob Gronkowski is performing well off of his back injury. He also did shave his head for the 6th year in a row to raise money for kids with cancer. I actually kind of want to talk a little bit about Rob Gronkowski now that we're on the subject of him. It was interesting because of the NFL rookie thing that they do. I kind of constantly forget what I kind of always forget like what exactly like the NFL rookie thing is called, but I do know that at the symposium, I think it is. But what I do know is that they told all of the rookies to be more like Rob Gronkowski. And this kind of goes along with what a lot of Patriots fans have always been saying about Rob Gronkowski, that he's not a big problem. You see a guy that parties a lot. You see a guy that maybe might have some distractions off the field, but then you just remember he's never had any problems legally, never been arrested, he's never been in trouble with the law, he's never had problems with his party. I mean, he's had some stories online on like Terez Owens and Barstool and whatever, like, oh, Rob Gronkowski did this, but like nothing. He's all been pretty harmless. He's all been just, he's all been just kind of a random assembling of Gronkowski events, and he just loves to party and have fun. And that's what it just comes down to with him. He doesn't cause problems. He's not a troublemaker. He's just a guy who loves football. He loves to party, and he doesn't cause issues. And I think that every NFL rookie should be more like, they all should be more like Rob Gronkowski. Why not? He doesn't do anything wrong. He doesn't spend his money. He's a good coach. He's a good icon and a good idol if you're trying to get into professional sports and how to handle both a fun lifestyle while working out, while maintaining the physical just requirements of being a football player, which is just absolutely insane. So, moving on from Rob Gronkowski and into more news, Trey Laurels, they did a great interview with I believe it was with Jeff Howe about how he's not resting on his laurels after his Super Bowl breakout. So please go check out that article. It was actually quite fascinating. I really did enjoy it. So let's get into what I actually wanted to talk about. And that was this whole Tom Brady best buddies thing. And I keep seeing all of these people, or most of the Boston sports media, they've been reacting in different ways. Look, the Boston Globe has had a lot of problems in the past with Tom Brady. I don't know why. I don't know what they have against him. Maybe they think he's not invincible. I don't know what it is, but it's always seemed like they've been targeting Tom Brady for a very long time. And that kind of became clear when you had this whole thing a couple months ago about how Tom Brady takes money from Best Buddies and gives it to his other charities. And the Boston Globe was like, oh, this is such a big scandal. And the rest of the area is like, we don't care. He's the face of the charity. And if he asks them for a little money, whether it's to give money to other charities or to pay for his son's school, like, who cares? Like, it's his money. He can do what he wants with it. He has raised more money for this charity than any other single human being ever. So why is he getting so heavily criticized? And it just seemed to be like them just taking a random shot at Brady for whatever reason. And then this year at the Best Buddies event, now you have Best Buddies banning a Boston Globe reporter from coming into the event. It was a private event, coming into the event. And then the Boston Globe comes back and says, this is on Brady and this is his fault, and finger pointed at him. And now everyone's just kind of like, all right, so you run a hit piece on a guy. He then hosts a private charity event for a charity that he's the face of. He invites media there, and you get angry when he doesn't let you in, despite the fact that you already ran a hit on him and now expect everything to be cool and everything to be fine and dandy. It's just, I'm never going to claim that Donald Trump is right about anything, especially when it comes to the media. I just, I'm a journalism major. I simply can't agree with him on that stuff. It would be against the thing I paid $250,000 to go to college for. But this is kind of an example of when the media starts taking things too far. This isn't an issue. The Tom Brady, him taking money from Best Buddies that he's donated millions and millions and millions of dollars to, and taking some of that money and kind of just doing other things with it, is not a problem. It is a problem it is a problem, however, when they're using that to target this guy and attack him for his favorite charity. And if one thing's very clear about Tom Brady when it comes to the Best Buddies charity, it's that he really does care about it. He goes to every single event. He hosts people. He does football events. He meets with kids. Like, he does the whole rigmarole. And, excuse me, I don't understand why all of a sudden they decided that this is going to be the time to target Tom Brady. And then they get angry at him when they aren't allowed in. It's like, sorry, friend, if you start talking smack to me, I ain't going to invite you to my next birthday party. If you're insulting my girlfriend behind my back, you're not, like, that's just not going to be a thing that you're not going to be invited to events. You're just not. It's rude. It's unnecessary. And you can't just expect to be okay taking shots at people. So I side with Brady and I side with Best Buddies on this. I just don't understand how you could possibly expect to be let into an event that you've already torn down in your own special way. So we'll see. I think it's a whole rigmarole. I think it's dumb. I think it's crazy. I think both sides are at a decent amount of fault, but mostly, come on, Boston Globe, shape up. And then you have Dan Shaughnessy, the world's least favorite sports, being like, oh, this is a disgrace. Well, nice to see that you're posting the article on bostonglobe.com, so I wonder where your priorities are. But whatever, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll break down some more of the Patriots news from around this week. It's a new year, which means a fresh start for your business, and a great year starts with making great hires. But posting your job in one place isn't enough to find quality candidates. If you want to find the perfect hire, you just need to post your job on all the top job sites, and now you can. With ZipRecruiter, you can jumpstart your hiring in 2017. Post your job to 200-plus job sites, including social media networks like Facebook and Twitter, all with a single click. Find candidates in any city or industry nationwide. Just post once and watch your qualified candidates roll into ZipRecruiter's easy-to-use interface. No juggling emails or calls to your office. Quickly screen candidates, rate them, and hire the right person fast. Find out today why ZipRecruiter has been used by over 1 million businesses. And right now, my listeners can post job on ZipRecruiter for free by going to ZipRecruiter.com/sportsfan. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sportsfan. So one more time, try it for free. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/SPORTSFAN. Team, welcome back to the Patriots Beat podcast. We're going to go back through some of the biggest Patriots news of the week. If you missed it, we did just talk a lot about the best buddies, Tom Brady, Boston Globe chaos. So go check out that part of the show. So let's break down a couple of news bits that we didn't mention before. The Patriots have added another Belichick to their coaching staff. Brian Belichick has been promoted from a scouting assistant to a coaching assistant. His brother, Steven, did the same thing a couple years ago, and now I believe is the safeties coach. I think he's the safeties coach. I find it so interesting. All the Belichick kids went to coaching. You know, Brian and Steve are now on the Patriots. You have his daughter. Oh, what's his daughter's name? I forget what his sister's name is. Yeah, his sister's name is currently I want to say the head coach of the Navy lacrosse team. I don't know. I think that's pretty cool. But that's just me. The Patriots today officially signed their third-round pick, Tony Garcia. The only rookie that's still unsigned is Derek Rivers. However, they expect him to be done by the time training camp begins. The Patriots today waived rookie defensive end KYRIE and signed rookie free agent cornerback Will Likely, who is likely not going to make the team this year. I got you. Guy's pretty short. He's only 5'7". He's an unbelievable returner. He went to the University of Maryland his senior season. Was cut short because he tore his ACL. So probably don't expect too much of an impact from him. But welcome to the New England Patriots. Senor Likely. Again, likely not going to make the actual team. But no, big news that Tony Garcia is officially signed. Like I said, the Patriots have never really had any problems signing the rookies that they're looking for. I believe, like I said, the only one they haven't signed now is going to be Derek Rivers. However, like I literally just said, I don't think that there's going to be any sort of problem signing their third-round pick onto the actual team to, play. So Mike Reese also shared this week that he talked with Dante Stallworth, and Dante Stallworth said that this current offense is deeper than the one in 2007. We actually talked about that last week. If you want to go check out the last episode, we talked about how going into this season, this team is without a doubt deeper and more talented going into the season than the 2017 was. I mean, we didn't know at the time that Randy Moss was going to put up the greatest season for a wide receiver in NFL history. However, we kind of figured that 017 would be really good, but obviously not 18-1 good. But it's not exactly what I would call a great ending. But hey.